in the upper left-hand side. From Canadiana land, a rock star. The best mustache in all of Warcraft, probably in the history of Warcraft, is of course Mr. Carson Cleavage. And on the upper right-hand side, you know him for decades as one of the best casters that Back to Warcraft has to offer. He criticizes the pro players a lot, so we'll see what he can still do himself. If he's just talking the talk, or if he can also walk the walk. He's blinking a lot, as if he is a warden. Mr. Remodemo. The Back to Warcraft cast is clashing. I would have loved to enter a three-way, but one of us has to cast, right? It is a best of three. It is bragging rights on the line. Who are you rooting for, everybody? Who do you think will win? And who are you rooting for? We're going with the Blade Master. Carson, a man of honor. No Farseer headhunters, no. And on the other side, Mr. Remodemo going for DK, going for ghouls, both with the classic standard meta opening. So I'm waiting for chat. Will there be a bias in Neo's commentary? Who will he be rooting for? That is a good question. We have a forward shop. He's going for harass quite a bit. But first of all, turtles. And Remo takes it slow. Both have grinded the casts a lot. And that left little time for playing. So who, like, are they still good? That is the question. So far, this is looking fine. I haven't seen a ghoul die to creeps. That is very good on the Remodemo side of things. On the other side, Blade Master, Ring of Superiority. Is Carson gonna wear the Ring of Superiority after this series? The biggest show match in history, they call it in the chat. What's the MMR of these guys? 1900? 2000? Remo, I think at his peak, Remo was around 2000. Oh, here's the Blade Master. He says hello. The DK doesn't like that. He's not returning the greetings. He's chickening away as if he was hexed. Yeah, so both around 1900, 2000. Remodemo though, with the multitasking. Look at this. Distracting the Blade Master so he can't be attacked. And is creeping these Murlocs like it's nothing. And Carson can't really find an opening, can he? A windwalk backstep here and there. And the results are coming in as we of course have a little bit of delay here. Mr. Mirror is cheering for Carson. I Smiles is cheering for Carson. Bim's Chancellor for Remo. Both rusty. Carson has more hair equals win. Okay. And now the Blade Master lame. How lame, how dirty is Carson gonna take it? Oh, the Demo Man, look at that ghoul save. Ain't no having that, not in my house, he says. Colossus cheering for Carson. Carson, the people's champ, apparently. And yeah, not too much going right for Carson. He was delaying level 3 for a bit. Didn't get level 2 himself. Grunts. Puts in the beef. But Mr. Remo, he's just waiting. He is just waiting for the coil. Is happy with the little turtle. That opens up the big turtle. But he's trying to block him. Look at the movement here. Now getting out of range. Let that aura work, Mr. Remo. Tris Kellon also cheering for Carson. Man, Carson, a man of the people. Did not expect that, but Remo, he doesn't care about popularity. He cares about the W. Oh, slot starved, stands on top of the item, so the Blade Master can't get it. I think, if that's what happened. Yeah, that is exactly what happened. Haha! But now the DK, what's he gonna do? He is tanky with the Ring of Protection. Carson lurking in the shadows. Tier 2 isn't done. Is that the first hero kill of the game? Reveal goes to the range of the Narup Tower, and with that it's a save. Mr. Remodemo takes care of his heroes, of his units. I don't think he lost anything just yet. cheering for Remo, but think Carson's gonna win. Remo, no boots. That's right. Where are the boots, Remo? Come on. How good is Carson's multitasking these days? Look at him go. The plays, right? The plays. Next time Carson and Remo are gonna be in the War 3 Champions finals. And now we play the dagger. We correct the position of the glasses. That is very important. Look how focused Remo is. Carson barely moving. Yeah, let's check the corner, check the corner. Shadowhunter! Feeling good, I would say. And he's keeping good track of the DK movement. Hold up, is he surrounded? He's definitely hexed. Here comes Carson. Little bit of a whoopsie-doopsie with the Blade Master movement. Windwalk allows a TP, no follow-up. I feel like there was potential for more. Remodemo even saving the goal. Such good saves. What a caretaker. What a caretaker. But who has the better end of the stick for now? Carson is teching. Almost done with the tier 3. Remo maybe a little bit behind. But at least saved. He's engaging. Into the Shadowhunter Hex Wyvern. Ambitious Remo, but with the help of the creeps, maybe the right call. He has double heal potion. Oh yes, he wants to brawl. Finally a ghoul falls. Finally Carson is killing a unit. If I'm not mistaken, that was the first one. Took him 7 minutes 30. Oh, the place. We see, I like that. Frost armor on the ghouls. Doesn't help here, but slowed down a lot. Creeps, unfortunately, not on the side of Remodemo. The Canadian bribes coming in. And now there is a lot of ghouls falling. The DK about to be surrounded. He gotta be careful. Doesn't have a TP anymore. Wants this grunt. Going for a gargoyle, but not the perfect focus fire. He's attacking the grunts. He's attacking the ground. You want to go up against the wyvern. Now the raider is here. No impact on the garg. But Carson is losing a lot. He brawled up to Shadowhunter level 2. Both not supply block, but Remo, oh, Lich in trouble. Passes a potion, that was important. Blade Master not done yet. It's wild. My heart is torn. It's beating strong, but it's torn. Great plays by both. Nobody's getting embarrassed here. I'm curious though, Remo, did you forget the 4th ziggurat? Is that the case? We get a TC by Carson. He's up at 50. And now Alchemist 3rd. Remo playing the meta. Oof, 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 oof. He gets the levels now, but we still don't have Nova. It is Acid Bomb. Where's the orb, Remo? Where is the resources? Where is the ziggurat? It's only coming in now. And Carson, I think, has a huge lead. He got great intel as well. Alchemist gets the last hit. Blade Master not revealing himself. Off we go. Shadowhunter missing level 3. Blade Master as well, but he got the critical strike and the orb, and not too many ghouls on the ground anymore. Is Remo in fighting shape? The supply is not looking good. Maybe with the coils though. He uses it carefully. TC coming in with the double stomp here. Not catching a lot of heroes, to be honest. The creeps are still getting involved. Uh-oh. DK, no TP, no potion here. He has nothing to work with. The statues are falling apart. Carson is taking over. There's another hex. There's another focus. That coil misses. Remo with a smile on his face, but also seconds away from the double G's in the chat. The smirk is not telling a good story. Carson's taking over. Carson's taking over. Chills in my heart. Yeah. Kill him, Carson, says Burrow Rush. Kill him, he says. And I guess he did. Mr. Remodemo, you need a comeback of a lifetime. It has been done before. Carson, they call him the Canadian Fly for a reason. Just misstep once. He's gonna try to do some evasion creeping, but Carson's not dodge. It's not allowing Remo to dodge anything. Nothing's right, I'm torn. That is correct. Zandy, Zen end. And now Carson's having a game of a lifetime. He has rarely played better. When he was at the stage of DreamHack Anaheim, he was still feeling the nerves, but the nerves are dead by now. From all the alcohol, from the tour life. It has all degenerated. Back then, he was a shy little rabbit. Now, he's a star on the stages of the world. In the spotlights wherever he goes. And he is enjoying the spotlight. You can feel it. He just doesn't want to kill Remo as fast as possible. No, no, no. He wants to teach him a lesson. And he's now expanding. As easy as that. Let him cook, he says, in every single cast. Let him cook. And you know what? Carson's putting up the heat. He's boiling Remo in his own sweat. Which is probably not going to be tasty. But it's necessary. What's the way out, Mr. Remodemo? You gotta find a hole in the play. He's not giving it up lightly. He wants to bring up the show for the viewers, that's for sure. And I say Carson got to trigger his inner fly, but Remo's got to trigger his inner happy. But that's not easy if the Blade Master arrives and steals your item away. The cheese of the bread, as he would say, the devotion aura, is now in the inventory of that blade. The hero levels. Remo still doesn't have Nova. How is an undead supposed to win without Coil Nova? That is the big question. Remo needs your energy. And what can I say? Carson's play is more than solid. Item distribution is extraordinary by Remo. The way he equips every hero with a little bit of an armor boost, an HP boost. It's fantastic. It's perfect. Can't do it better than that. And now we got the Nova, and Carson, you should be scared. But I don't think he is. Makes good use of that shot before it's going down. But I've rarely seen a person with a fighting spirit like Remodemo. Remo the Revenger is what they call him in Mainz, where he's at home. For a bit. Desperate times, desperate measures, as Remodemo is storming the lab, scouting for a Blade Master. He doesn't want to lose the item again. Now there it is. We got the Ring of the Archmage. He doesn't even need that armor upgrade. He got the Alchemist for the Acid Bomb regardless, but it is a nasty, nasty creepjack. Carson likes to stab people in the back, and that's exactly what he does. Remodemo's trying to fight with the heroes, but the big cow got a big axe, and the big blade got a big sword, and he's taking down the Lich. He's taking down the heroes. This is level 443 on the Orcish side. The Horde is running. The Horde goes wild. And Remo can only run. He calls the game. It is the G. It is another G as well as Carson is taking map number 1 decisively. You gotta say, Carson, that was a pretty clean game. You are still muted for me. Oh, there we go. Now you're back.
Hello.
Hello.
Wow.
Yo,
Nope.
that was not the best game. I got too distracted by trying to be fancy, trying to be in multiple places at the same time. Should have just gotten DK3, but it is what it is sometimes, boys.
I almost left when I didn't get that ghoul kill and I used the speed scroll in your main base. I was like, oh no, here we go.
The parallel creeping by Remo, the ghoul saves, it was all not enough. Carson, your Blade Master movement. Extraordinary.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. You know?
All right.
He goes invisible, and then you run around the map really fast, you know? Whatever map you want.
Yeah. We go Northern Isles.
Perfect.
We gotta say map 1 was Carson's map pick. Now it's Remo's time.
Now we got that thirst, baby. We got that thirst.
We got that thirst.
You're warmed up.
Here we go. Revenging Remodemo is what they call you here in the chat. The people are split 50-50. They can't decide who they want to win, but I think we can agree that we want game 3. But of course we want to have a lot of fun, and that's what I wish to the both of you.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm gonna deafen myself. Did you hear these knuckles crack? That's the knuckle cracking sound of a champion. Let's go. Kleine Schildpad. Another 10 gifted subs. It is glorious. Thank you for all the support. MNT7 Weasel also 44 months. Map 1 in the books. Carson took it, but was it just a fluke? Or was that how this series is gonna go? The next map will decide. It is Northern Isles up next. Tidehunters. Carson picked it. Carson took it. I am nervous. I can't imagine what these two are feeling. The pressure. The eyes of the community. The eyes of the Warcraft world. Multiple worlds. On this match right now. Was pretty much a clinic. Good Blade Master movement. He was apparently discouraged a little bit when he couldn't get all the kills he wanted to get. But that's the aspirations when your name is Carson Cleavage. Yeah. Colossus is saying it. Carson is Hitman's teacher. There we go. Mr. Moonstruck is telling me about the channel point bets. More than twice the number of people bet on Remo, but Carson had twice the points put on him. That tells me that Carson fans are diehard fans. They would go to the end of the world for Carson Cleavage. While the fans of Remodemo, they're more going for the safe bet. And maybe they are not that sure. Or maybe they knew that Remo needs a warm-up game. And he got that warm-up game down now. And this is where the real Remo will unfold. Remo was insanely close, by the way, to qualifying for the ESL Meisterschaft back when we still had ESL Meisterschaft. And he got to trigger that spirit now. He said he's hungry and he's gonna get it. There's a shift in strategies now on the Carson Cleaver side. He's gonna take it all home for Canada, for Dust Gaming, for America's Warcraft. America's Warcraft has very little to celebrate, but this could be their season. Yesterday, they had Jens. Today, they got Carson. Years and years and years, they put their trust on the small shoulders of Hitman. But oh no! Oh, Demo Man! A ghoul to the creeps! He wants to be greedy. He wants to do some evasion creeping, but that is one ghoul, and that might be another. If Carson gets the last hit here, I could see an early GG. Oh boy, a Farseer forces so much out of Remo. It forces all out of Remo. And that is not a good start. This is not a good start at all. How can you recover from a scary early game just like this? The creeps overwhelming. Also rigged. Rigged against Remo. Oh! Frostmourne hungers, and thankfully Remo gets it both. The potion of greater healing. He's trying to be conservative, as he oftentimes is with the coils, but the wolves are still hungry. Can they take a bite out of that ghoul? No, the Naroop is here. A perfect Naroop tower. The ghoul block. The ghoul safe. And now Remodemo got this under control. He got the coil, he got the mana, he got the aura, he got the speed. And with that, he should be safe for now. And Carson, he was probably thinking, oh, I got this. This is easy. The creeps were helping a little bit. But now, Remo is accelerating. And Remo is quite like an avalanche. It's really, really hard to stop him. The Farseer got nothing. Thank you, kleine Schildpad, for yet... Oh, wait. For the 10 gifted subs. We got more support here. Burrow Rush, thank you for the bits. This is the massive shoulders of it, man. Yeah, yeah. We fight... It is a fight about every single XP point. And if we look at this, Remodemo, he didn't just lose ghouls to creeps. No. He denied his ghouls so the Farseer couldn't get it, because everybody knows games between orcs and undeads are oftentimes decided by the level of chain lightning. And this Farseer doesn't look like he's gonna get level 2 chain lightning. Carson gonna go for the Wyvern, the mass air. Some call it lame, some call it successful. And Mr. Remodemo man, he has reached tier 2. And that is time for the Lich. Things are better. Things are going a lot better for Remodemo this game. We got a lot of ghouls. We're leveling. We're grinding. We kinda forgot about the graveyard. Unfortunately, a graveyard is pretty important in an undead tech. Because he can't go for a slaughterhouse just yet. That is a problem, but nothing that will put Remodemo on the sidelines. No. Against all odds. Lich coming, tier 3 started. And what is Carson doing with his tier 2 heavy game? He's still level 1. He didn't learn anything, just like his years in school. So are his minutes on Northern Isles. These fights could still be explosive, and he is catching up because Carson did not forget about his tech buildings. You know, sometimes you try to be fancy. You try to go for the surrounds, you try to go for the multitasking, harass here, creep there. But sometimes Warcraft 3 games are decided by who's not forgetting about the 4th Ziggurat. Who is not forgetting about a war mill / graveyard. Sometimes it comes down to the fundamentals. And Carson, he got a nice foundation here for this game, I gotta say. He's not trying to be flashy, he's just trying to be effective. Very anti-NA, by the way. It's a bit of reversed roles. But Carson also spent a bit of time in the UK, probably had a good influence on him. Being close to the EU at least. One can only speculate. We got tier 3 on the horizon. Remodemo's going in for Gargs. He needed that graveyard desperately. I gotta say, the absence of statues is a problem. The Americas, they got the Statue of Liberty. We in Germany, we don't have that. So that is why the statues for Remo are so late. He is just not used to that. But Remo has the power of will. Can't go down 0-2 against a guy who's living on an island but can't even swim. Without a boat, that guy is lost. He would never leave his basement, ever. And here we got the Gargs. What is the third hero gonna be is the next question. Carson has arrived on tier 3. He's getting the spears that are envenomed. He's trying to poison the plays of Remodemo. We have a little bit of a creeping game. Nobody's really sure yet. Everybody knows there's room for improvement. But Carson, the creep route is looking damn fine. He got a nice piece of cake in the middle. Got some nice items. Rigor Mortis, 10 euros, caster match, best day ever. Yeah, why are we inviting all these players who grinded the ladder? We only have to do this every once in a while. But Remo's ready now. Orb up. You gotta say, did Remo find one damage item this series? It's always down to the items. And the statue was so late. But he's saving it. The 3/3 heroes, the flute, the scroll of the beast, the heal scroll, the invo potion, a tanky TC. Carson is on fire. Carson is on fire. The damage output of these wyvern is gonna be insane. But Remo finally gets some mana. Something goes his way. Carson has his eyes on the prize at the upper left-hand side, and Remo is cleaning the middle for the mana stone. Alchemist again. The Lich needs level 3. Then we got the Devious Coil Nova, and we're gonna tear Carson apart. Correction, Neo, we have the Autofan Bisque statue. That should be torn down. Demolish it. Oh no. Oh no, do you see what I see? I see liquid fire. Carson called it, I'm gonna lame you to death. And he's not talking about his casts. He's talking about the game. Expansion coming up, but the troll is still there. Ooh, illusion bats, and Remo's getting fooled with the coil and the Nova. Ay, ay, ay. Little magic trick. The fate of the world is gonna be decided here, probably. Another expansion here. Ooh, he's tearing Remo apart. It's a game of whack-a-mole at this point. Another red spot for Carson. He's getting further and further ahead in this game. The cow is super tanky. Carson doesn't even feel the need for a Shadow Hunter. He just feels the need for gold. Double ring now. The hero should be safe. Can you kill an orc hero? There's no silence, of course, but there is acid bomb. And maybe you should throw an acid bomb or two before the fight really breaks out. The liquid fire is ready. Remo is scouting. He got the shades. He got that legal map hack up. Trying to flood. There's no spikes. Oh, what a mistake. You can't have a fight against Ghoul without spikes. Didn't expect the offensive potential by Mr. Remodemo. That is burrow number 1. And no Ghoul was harmed in this attack. In the meantime, though, it is a little bit of a game of chicken. Hard to say. The crypt is already down. Needs to be rebuilt. Remo was securing his gold mine, but not his production. And then all the gold might be worthless. But same is the case on the other side. Carson is losing burrow after burrow. Also peon after peon. They don't want the direct confrontation. They are friends after all. It is a fight of epic proportions. And it's over. A ghoul here. But he needed more, I think. He needed a second one. But this one was cancelled. And this one is getting cancelled. And I was about to say, like, Carson, you might lose... Okay, that was odd. You might lose a peon here and there, or a burrow here and there, but this great halls are making up for it. But they did not make up for it. He did not make the halls great again. And Remo's getting momentum. As I said, he is the personified avalanche. And you're not stopping this anymore. Without a Shadow Hunter, you will never take a direct fight. You can try and rely on your liquid fire, but everybody knows liquid fire doesn't bend undead crypt beams or something. It is still the case that you cannot slip. You can't be out of position once. It is dangerous. We're getting shockwave. It's getting dirty. It's getting dirty. Wyvern save to the side. Needed that. The gargoyles by Remodemo. I gotta say, there is a bit of room for improvement. A centimeter maybe. A centimeter maybe. This is about the crown of Back to Warcraft. And Remo is landing punch after punch after punch, but every time he turns around, Carson is pulling hair. He's poking eyes. He's kicking balls. And then he disappears for a bit before he comes back with more dirty tactics. There's no production happening for Mr. Remodemo. He's still not rich. 2 statues also in the base. They're taking a rest. But should they be doing that? No income here, no expo. It's down to the wire. Very important to save these units. The ghouls retreating. But against the speed scroll, what can you do? You can't outrun him, and you can certainly not hide. We are now 17 minutes in the game. Who has the better nerves? Who makes the first mistake? Because let's be honest, this was a flawless game by both of our heroes. That destroyer's getting caught. That raider with the nets. It is gnarly. Acid bomb on the one side, chain lightning on the other side, and I was wrong. I did not see this level 2 chain lightning coming, but it has arrived now. It is a lot of piercing damage. Remo taking care of the destroyer. He might become the destroyer himself if he gets a bit more damage in, but Carson in these fights, he's looking clean. One could call him Carson Cleaner. But the dust settles. And the supply remains even. Who scales better is the question. Can Carson accumulate money for a tiny Great Hall? Can Remo ever build a unit again? He is getting the slaughterhouse back, and that is, as we all know, important. Shop control as well. In this capitalist world, this is something you have to have if you want to be successful. Lethakar, thank you for the sub. As the tide is rising, as the tension is rising. Oh, trying to split the wyvern, so only very few get hit by the acid bomb. Whew. It's really refreshing to see some truly neutral commentary. That is right. There's only gonna be winners, except the person who loses. But we are all winners.
A player's forces are under attack.
It is another calm before another storm. Who brings the raincoat? Who is the Lotus?
A player's forces are under attack.
Remodemo doesn't want to waste more time. He sees it is 7 p.m. 11 minutes. That is the time for the push into the Canadian Orcs base. Carson gets the production rolling, but it might be too little. And maybe also too late. We do have 3 attack upgrades. Carson, as tiny as he sometimes might look, he is packing punches. And Remodemo is of course gigantic.
A town is under siege.
In and outside the game. Here we go, level 3, important level ups. That is the fight that might decide the game. The future of Remodemo in this match is on the line. Will we go game 3 or not? The piercing damage is ramping up. It is gigantic. The DK on the menu. 2 destroyers about to fall. We oftentimes see it. That this is a big chunk of the army, and Carson is just dominating these fights. He is a true war chief of his Canadian tribe after all, but also the raiders are falling. That takes control up. Ooh, it's a neck and neck fight. Remo's neck is obviously bigger. But is that just reality, or is this also in virtual life? Ah, Alchemist drops to the ground, level 5. Oh no, nobody has nothing. Has anything. Everybody has nothing. They're fighting to the last bone. They're on even heroes right now. DK close to 5. TC is level 5. The drama. Another sacrificial pit. It is. Sacrifices need to be made if you want to take that win. We're approaching the ultra late game. The mines are running out in 2 minutes. For Carson, a little later. Now it's all about endurance as well. Both hit the gym quite frequently. Whirlo, thank you for the sub. Go Remo, go! Sometimes I can't help but think, is Carson just pretending to hit the gym, or is he really hitting the gym? For Remo, it's obvious. This is not just a bunch of hot air. No, no, there's power behind it. All the bones, all the muscles, they're working together in unison. As they should. There's a very limited number of moves remaining. This time Carson with the shop control. Heal scroll, TP, invul potion, 200 gold. He's investing into items. Remo is investing into units. I'm holding my breath. Can't even imagine what's going through these people's minds right now. They know their actions now, every click. People are judging it. It could decide their fate. One misclick, you're dead. It is the end of the line. We're mining this out. Main bases, mined out. This base is very fortified. He can, of course, sell this, the great advantage. Carson, how much gold is he accumulating? Not that much. And also lumber is low. The tiny great hall, the only item that costs lumber. Here we go. He's sharking around. Remodemo, not just an avalanche, also a predator in the seas.
Town is under players' forces are under attack.
Who knows what it has to take, or what it takes to be successful? Is it just run-bys now? Is it shockwaves? Really? Mr. Remodemo is trying to catch up. He's trying to get a connection. But as with German Vodafone, he can't get any. Again, the splits. Carson does this very well. Social distance your air units.
A player's forces
Both
are
know
under
how to
attack.
deal with pressure, apparently. €5 by Rigor Mortis, such deep philosophy. Much wow. Yeah, what these two people, behemoths, are bringing to the maps, it cannot be described other than deep philosophy. Carson is looking for a way out, you can feel it. He is too scared. He doesn't want to go one-on-one with the great Remo one. He's outscaled. The focus on Remo. There's not a single smile to be seen on Remodemo's face. Not a crack. Serious business. The Shade is doing a fine job. He is finding the wolves in the Shadowlands. Whew. The clock is ticking to yet another fight. Remo playing the artillery game. Coil Nova, drain them. Drain them HP bars. Down!
Players' forces are under attack.
Everybody knows this is not the flashiest game of all time, but this is not what it's about. We might be entertainers usually, but this is a fight to death. There can only be one. One of these guys will survive. The Bat Riders. Will it justify the means? Oh, the Destroyers are not looking too hot anymore. Tying up the supply, but the nuke on the cow. He dodges the coil. Oh my god, Carson. So sick. Here comes the shockwaves, the next death show. Level 5 on the DK could be a game changer, especially if you kill the cow. Kill the cow. Oh, this might still tick down. It's a powerful acid bomb. It's a hell of a drug. Does it? The heal scroll is there. The heal self is there. That might have been the move of the century. The move of Carson Cleaver's life, maybe. To dodge the coil and keep the cows alive. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. NA is very, very close of getting a 5-0 map score against EU here this weekend. Leon versus Jens is turning into Remo versus Carson. A disaster for the European Union and Germany especially. An entire region is looking at this map, this match. This TC, this time he couldn't dodge. The Wyvern are here to carry. The DK still has coils, but it's about the air units. Remo doesn't chase. It's all about reducing numbers. There's little income. He knows the gold income should be on his side, and he's taking down one unit after the next. And what can Carson Cleaver says is running for him? Not this TC, maybe using it as a bit of a distraction. And Remo taking unit after unit. He is smelling blood in the water. And he's getting thirsty. We all know that Remodemo is thirsty for the Turm Boy, but now he's thirsty for more blood. More Orc blood. Delicious, delicious orc blood. It can be a Tauren every once in a while. And of course, the tasty, tasty smell of fresh gold in the morning. It is time.
Is under siege.
It is time to annihilate the so-called heroes.
A player's force
They're gonna be fallen heroes as Remodemo ties it up. The first EU map versus the Americas region here this weekend. Carson was not ready for the mammoth, the behemoth that is Remodemo, and we have a tight score.
1-1. Oh my god. The pressure. The
Yeah.
pressure's on.
It's insane. Here we go. The hero of the European region. What Leon wasn't able to do, Remodemo was. I gotta say, I felt that we were in dire straits at times, but you were clawing back, my friend.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That was.
Sorry, I had to do that strat at least one time in the series.
Why
Sorry,
yourself? Dude, I'm so glad that I thought about the fucking tower in the back of the base. You would have abused that all day.
Oh,
wouldn't you?
I was planning on just hitting and running the entire time. Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
This fucking guy.
I had to do it one time. I had to do it one time.
It comes
more
down. It comes down to this one map, guys. How are you feeling?
Good. Yeah,
good.
feel good.
Yeah,
Yeah, feel good.
feel not bad. Feel good.
I mean, I'm certainly, if anyone's going to be tilted after the game, it's not going to be me.
No, I'm doing all right. I'm doing
Good.
okay. I'm ready. We ready?
Guys, I wish you...
Neo is on team 3 right now.
Oh, classic Neo mistake.
All right, good luck.
All the best. Even in the heatest of moments, no bad words exchanged. The manner is high. The spirits are high. And the level of play, ho ho, unimaginable. This is the best that Back to Warcraft has to offer. This is the best that you can find on a Warcraft stream on a Sunday evening. This is the decision. This is the final round. It doesn't get much better than this. A fight to death on the best map of all times on Twisted Meadows. Who's gonna be the Highlander? Is it Carson? Is it Remo? Remo in the yellow. Yellow. Close to gold. A sign for success. It is not going to be easy, guys, to take that victory here. Is Carson going to be back to his winning strategy with the blade, like a fly would do? Like a man of honor would do? And did Remodemo fix his mistakes of game 1? That is one of the questions that will be answered. Max, thank you very much for the kind words and also the sub. I'm so nervous. Me too. Me too. You can feel there's no easy tap outs. There's no premature tap outs. We're fighting to the last unit, to the last hero. And we're at the stage of the game where early games aren't deciding anything. They might pave the way. They might show us a direction. But that is Google Maps as well. It doesn't mean much. It's about who's the last man standing, like in a Royal Rumble. It's been 40 minutes of non-stop brawling. Who can take another punch to the chin? Who can dash out a haymaker? Who can keep his nerves together? The first little victory, a moral victory, nonetheless, for Carson as the Wolves were able to take out a worker. And that's already more XP than the Farseer had in the previous game. We do have a Farseer, by the way, again. Again, by the way, is what I wanted to say, but I'm too nervous myself to get the words in the correct order of a sentence. You never know when a rematch might occur. In the Back to Warcraft world, there's no money in the bank where you can just cash in. Carson says, whoops, I didn't necessarily identify what this is all about. So the result, what I wanted to say before the ups, what I wanted to say is, you never know when you get another chance. You never know how long you must endure your opponent belittling you after this defeat. Imagine the last hit. Remodemo got the Null Overseer. He kept it together against the 2 headhunters and a wolf, and that ain't easy. I want to see you out there, couch potato Twitch chat, in front of trolls and wolves and still doing the right thing. Remodemo doesn't even blink an eye. Why is Carson's cam yellow in the match and it's blue? That is a good question, because I didn't hit the correct buttons, and I apologize for that.
A player's forces are under attack.
We need Remo in Lich King shape. The undead in canon have taken over the horde. Sylvanas was leading them at one point. This is what Remo has to trigger. His inner Sylvanas. And you know what? A Dark Ranger wouldn't be the worst choice. After successful Gurgle Beakers, we now need an emo lady. That's for sure. The goth girlfriend. We all want it, but only Remodemo can have it. Here she is, and she loves troll meat. And it is, I called Remo the Avalanche. And now we get a Bone Dust Avalanche. I'm feeling the pressure. My heartbeat is around 700 right now. I just took a test. My blood pressure is unhealthy. But what must these players feel? One can be on top of the world. The other down the dirt. In shame for years to come.
A player's forces are under attack.
And here we go, Remo's picking his targets carefully, but decisively. Carson gets the surround. Oh, what a move! But Remo, fighting spirit, gets out there with his spells. He's a wizard, he's a magician, he's a warlock. The strategies are unfolding in front of our eyes. The techs are progressing. This time even the graveyard was on point, and that is not an easy thing to do. The Dark Ranger gets this. You know how much Remo loves them. The slippers of agility on the Dark Ranger. He loves to buy socks for his women. Carson, on the other hand, he got the upgrade for the Headhunters, and soon he will be ready to find the goth girlfriend and annihilate her. The jealousy is corrupting him right now. But there is an expansion, and with a gold advantage, he's trying to save the game.
Player's forces are under attack.
Remo has an idea. He can feel it. That gold mines have been taken. And there is a double scout. 1 rod of necromancy, 2 skeletons, lots of vision, and he is figuring out what is happening. Double slippers on the Shadow Hunter. The Dark Ranger looking at him with jealousy. Because she has only 1 sock. The other got wet somewhere in the process.
Player's forces are under attack.
This time Remodemo has the Scroll of the Beast. This time Remodemo has the flute. It was items that we have seen in the pockets of orcs on the cold lands of Northern Isles. But now Remodemo has them. And maybe it's the wind-bringing items. But the one has the damage and the other has the armor. It evens each other out. We have to take deep breaths all together. Not Carpe DMB. Thank you for your Prime sub. It is much appreciated. It is now time for a running horde, for lots of spears. I don't know who picks them up after the fight, but someone will.
Forces are under attack.
Has to. Here we go. The supply is even. The levels speak in favor of Remodemo. The chain lightning is hitting the ghouls, and it's not too many of them remaining. The headhunters, they try to flee, to reposition as more ghouls are getting in their ranks. It is a battle of area of effect spells. These guys are too gigantic to fight one enemy at a time. They fight multiple with one click. The headhunters, they are afraid. They're getting annihilated with Coil and also Nova. And at the end of the fight, the dust settles and it's still even. As Remodemo, he didn't want to end the game here. This was not an all-deciding fight. This was not an all-in strategy. It was just similarly a distraction.
A player's forces are under attack.
Does Carson have the presence of mind, his eyes on the map, to see that? And to put a dent into additional income of Remo? Decisive red spots. This is an item that few people have ever found. It is the Staff of Silence. It now comes down to the execution of Remodemo. Will he be able to find the magic words to trigger the effect of the Staff of Silence, or will it remain in the inventory, forgotten and useless?
Are under attack.
This has happened to many people. They are very happy, but in their happiness, drunk with joy, they forget to actually use the item. Carson, he is going for the alchemist. The hero that Remo took before, now he's stealing it away from him. Fight him with his own weapons is the name of this game. What is his item on the other side? I cannot even fathom. As I think the overlay can't handle the pressure. I just realized this now. I apologize. Here we go. It is the big fight. It is crazy. It might be the decision. The Headhunters are in a wonderful position. Remodemo has the double silence. Will he make Carson shut up and make NA shut up forever? The overlay is back. We have solid indicators now about what's happening. We got a spell shield, the greatest items on this map. Carson, he forgets about his Headhunters. The damage uptime isn't there. Is our Canadian friend falling apart? Is the endurance of Remodemo prevailing? It is a supply lead. There is still mana on both sides. This fight is literally all over all places. But now, these Headhunters are here, ripe for the picking. They've been growing. Yeah, they say Headhunters don't grow on trees, but they are ripe for the picking. And Mr. Remodemo is picking one after the next, after the next. He's picking all of them. Destroyers are falling, slowly but steady. He's microing them away, brings them to safety. But is there safety for Carson? Anywhere to be found? The statues are a fountain of youth for the entire army of Remodemo. And it might just be too much, but is it really? Is there a play? Somewhere to be found. The desperation attempts. Where is the hail? Where is Mary? Everybody asks. There is none. It is GG. In a reverse sweep, Remodemo saves the honor of the entire European Union. It has been saved, and Mr. Remodemo, against all the odds, after game one, takes the victory. The first victory of the entire European continent here at the War3 Champions Finals. It has been done. The big celebration. It is all over.
Yeah, that was a nice staff of silence right there. How'd you like that staff of silence, bro? Yeah.
That is the big question. I don't know if Carson can hear us. I saw that item and I was wondering, Remo, will you be able to use it in a fight? Because people are not too used to use that item in a fight, but the double silence made Carson shut up, literally.
Yeah, I was surprised how early that tiny was. I think I made a mistake with my tech was kind of too late, and I was like, oh damn, this is gonna be a close one. But Dark Ranger, skeletons,
pretty good.
Skeletons, pretty good. Pretty good.
I needed, I think I needed orbs. I think that's what I was missing. An orb so I could kill the Destros as well. But yeah, it was an insta tier 3 tiny. So like a fast tech tier 2 and then get tiny immediately on tier 3, pretty much. I don't know if it's a strat, but hey, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Quite a few berserkers in the end, but
yeah, it was like a 60 something supply. Yeah, that is it's so dumb.
The question is now, of course, will you stick it to Carson every single time you guys will be on one call? Because he would do the same to you.
No, me as a good Christian man, Neo, I know I'm all about equality and forgiveness. And for whatever nasty orc strategy he may have pulled here, I forgive him now, and we are above that kind of thing.
And that is why they call you the righteous.
GG's.
Damn
nice.
Right. Damn right.
All right. Well, we lost the series, but we made up for it with an even better series, you know?
That is correct. And we didn't even lose the initial series. We just postponed it. So we have an even better Friday and an even better Saturday and an even more amazing Sunday. This was only the first out of 2 weekends of the War3 Champions Finals. Day 2 out of 5 is done. You were bringing a lot of joy to a lot of people, gentlemen.
I'm glad. That was fun. That's fun. I haven't played in a long time, and that was fun. But I got to be careful, you know. I got to be careful. I can't dive too much into this game. Okay, it'll ruin my life again.
That's exactly what Ina told me this morning.
That's true, dude.
Maybe you two are the same person.
You got stuff to do. I can't cast and play. Are you kidding me? I got things to do, man. It's not enough time in the day to do both.
Only so many hours.
No, it's true. But it is fun. It is fun every once in a while.